Everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome in. All right, we are rocking and rolling tonight. Let's bring this down a little bit. Okay, there we go. I don't even know if I got this thing up and running. Hold on. Do I have side view going? Okay. We're good. What's up? Yeah, no sleeves right now. Sleeveless. All right, tonight we are doing the Hammerhead. It is Shark Week. It's hammer time. Hammer time. I have special glasses. They're not sunglasses. They are called Didium lenses. And they are designed for specifically glassblowing. Well, shoot. Hey, let's bring this into the side view. I really like this cobalt one. Hold on. Check this out from last night. Is that not just freaking gorgeous? That's one big-ass flower, too. Sleeveless and see out. That is funny as hell, Dragonfly. That is hilarious. I could live with that. All right, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome into the Glow Show. If I wouldn't mind having you all just start chatting away, say hello, say what's up, see how your night's doing. Just got done visiting Mom in the hospital. She's doing great. Hopefully she'll be out very, very soon. She had a fantastic day today, so I'm pretty happy. Went and saw her. And then there we go. Look at that one. That's that pink and lavender one we did. I can't grab the bottom. It's too hot. Oh, I forgot my little flashlight. Crap. I guess you guys get to deal with that. But that's that purple. Look at the purples and stuff coming through. That was the purple and pink with fume. Okay, so tonight we are doing the shark. Oops, sorry. We're doing the shark tonight, Hammerhead. So it's hammer time. We're going to do it out of that blue-green color here. Let me see if I got a nice little chunk to show you. Last side view for a second. So this is the color here. It's this really shiny blue, sparkly blue-green. We're going to make it out of that. I've never done the shark in that color, so it should be pretty freaking fantastic. My mother-in-law's best friend owns the Glassblowing Studio at the... So you know the Erebus brothers. All right, let's rock it. This is going to pop. Oh, crap, I forgot about that. I forgot it does that like every once in a while. High points are awesome. You guys can also hype up the short videos. So like the little hummingbird one, that one's really good to hype up. Yeah, I've been around for a while. I know who's who. Okay, here we go. Watching from Michigan. Well, welcome in from Michigan. Can't touch this. You know, I lived like not very far from Hammer. I'm not kidding. Hammer lives in Tracy, California. I don't know if he's still there, though. I did not live very far at all. In fact, I won't go into it, but yeah. Love all that. Well, I'm changing the background. If you guys haven't noticed, I lightened it up in here. We kind of did away with some of the blue. I've been watching some of the old videos, and it's really hard to see some of the flame in focus. So I did some testing and took out the blue. We're going to test it out. I think it looks better. I miss the blue, but on the other hand, this looks good. Yeah, I kind of like it. You'll see when I get up close. I do have the zoom engaged. So the zoom can come in here. Notice how much better you guys can see it's not all blue. Then we got this for up close that way, and then back out. I think I like it. I am located in Washington State. I'm looking for Bigfoot. Still on the Bigfoot hunt. I'm looking for Bigfoot. All right, so first thing we have to do is we have to coat this guy with the blue. I'm not going to do it all solid blue because it doesn't look good that way. We actually have to build it up into a clear, and then we'll coat it with the special sparkle blue green color here, and then we will start making the hammerhead. But in order to do that, we got to kick on some serious flame. It's Flamerito. Flamerito. You'd fall out if you saw it. I'd be too. I'd be happy though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could definitely see a lot better. We're going to clean up some stuff. So the wall that's blank on the side, I'm trying to figure out how to mount the swords. I want to mount the swords back up and see how they work on the wall. Thank you for the 100 joules, Scarline Glass. Appreciate it. All right, so let's build this up here. And then we're going to coat it with the blue-green. And then we're going to make us a hammerhead shark. It's Shark Week in March. I love making the hammerhead shark. Yeah, the swords that look back, I'm going to get them back on the wall. They deserve to be up. Yeah, they definitely deserve to be back up. And now I got my chat windows all in front of me. No, that's not fake. That's not real stone. It's fake stone. That's the problem. It's very lightweight. You're getting weather, Bea. Be careful. All right, so here we go. We're going to get a little bit more on here. We're going to put a little secret sauce in this too. That sounds bad. Never mind, I didn't say that. Jabberjaws. Yeah, you guys can name it. What do you guys think we should name the shark? Go ahead and type in the chat what you think we should name this hammerhead shark tonight. I'll take votes from TikTok and YouTube. Here we go. We're going to separate this. We're going to name the shark tonight. We're going to name this one. All right, here we go. What's up, cruising? All right, so let's pop it in. I like this view too. Come watch this. Here we come. So we got the blank here, and we're going to coat it up. I'm going to kind of leave it up close for a little bit, and then we'll pop it out later. Okay, here we go. We're going to, where's my cobalt? Your cobalt? Yep. All right, we're going to start striping some color on here before we do the blue-green. We're going to grab it here and just stripe it all the way around. A little bit of bluish. Get it nice and clumpy in here so I can create some texture. There we go. So sometimes not every single line should always be perfect when you're trying to create texture, especially on animals. MC Hammerhead. Oh my God, who said that? Silent Guardian. That is pretty awesome. I like that one the most right now. I do like MC Hammerhead's really up there right now. I do like it. Steve the Chomper is good too. Okay, here we go. So this one, we're going to create some texture. So you want to do these thick and thin lines through it. Bring it back up. I do want some uranium. No, I don't want that uranium though. Do I have a little uranium up here? I do. Here we go. So this is the Puron uranium glass right here. We're going to add that in. So this is the blacklight reactive uranium glass. We're going to add it in. Just stripe it all the way around. There we go. Bring it back out to the side so you guys can check it out. There we go. We got uranium and we got some cobalt striped all the way around. Okay. This is going to create a little texture in 3D in there. There we go. All right, so let's start striping this down with some color. We're going to use this blue-green color here. It's pretty fantastic. And we got to go all the way around this whole thing. So this is going to take a minute. Here we go. All right, let me show you a little bit of a partial before we get too far. So I'm going to bring it over here. So there it is without the striping on it. And there we go. We got the striping into it. We're getting that kind of iridescent blue-green sparkle color going through. And that's our goal all the way around. We're going to rock this thing. Hammer time. Can't touch this. Have you ever seen Zachary Richard in concert? No. And here we go. And so we're just striping down. I'm also still looking at names. Too legit to quit? That's right. That would be a funny name for the shark, too. Oh, Vickers, you're all good, man. You are all good. Thank you for watching Making the Shark. Give it a second to warm up. You should get some pretty good details from the close-up lens on here. I'm using the Insta360 Link Pro 2 for the webcam. Whoever asked that question. I love the Insta360 Link 2 because you can go boop. You tried the drill for the first time? Oh, dragonfly's growing up. And the torch. Right, here we go. Dragonfly's expanded. Okay, that's getting a little warm. Hey, Groves, what's happening? How are you doing? All right, side view for you guys to see the color. Look at that iridescence coming through right now. All right, so we got that kind of grayish blue-green going on right now. So now that we got the base color on, we're going to take it and we're going to do the squiggles. And we're going to create that, we're going to get rid of those funky lines. I need a skinnier rod though. Here we go. I do want to show you this. This is important to show about color. I think it's really important actually. So there's the color before we get it onto the glass rod here, onto the main piece. Have I had any experiences with sharks? No. I got to be really honest. I am terrified, Silent Guardian, of going in the water because of sharks. I'm really terrified of them. That's why I never applied to be a Navy SEAL. All right, here we go. So we're going to take this and I'm going to show you what we're doing here. Yeah, I like water, but not that much. When we went to Bali and Thailand, Steffi's like, let's go scuba diving. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Have fun. I'll stay right here on the boat. I'll keep an eye on the boat. I'll make sure all your clothes stay good, dry. I did not go scuba. I do not want to go in the frickin' water. I can swim really good, but I'm hella scared of sharks. Oh, I know they're up and down the Florida coast, hammerheads especially. That's why I like the hammerhead. I lived in Sanibel Island in Florida for a while. Had a store there, and I saw hammerheads all the time. In fact, I saw a guy jump off a dock into a place of hammerheads, and he lived. I was so shocked. He jumped right into a school of like hammerheads right there. I was like, oh my God. All right, there is the squiggle version. Look at that. And we're taking it from that to that. Like that. Back to the Insta360, and we're going to squiggle all the way around. Sharks don't hurt anyone? Probably not, but I don't want to be the chance. I don't want to be that 1%. Trust me, if there's something special about not happening, like lightning getting struck or anything, I'm the one that gets hit. I'm just that lucky. Just my luck all the time. And thank you for the super chat, by the way. I don't know if I said thank you for that. That was awesome. I love hanging with you guys. Now that mom's doing good in the hospital, I'm not so worried. She should be coming home soon. Not home, to a facility for a little while. So yeah, it's a little relieving at the moment. She looked good today. Okay, it's getting hot. I got to tell you, sharks are okay, but you know, I've had my own stuff to deal with, especially when we went through jungle training, and they're like, "Yeah, just got to look out for the panthers." I was like, "What?" Yeah, just look out for the panthers. Okay. At least I could handle that one better. Oh, there we go. That's a good recovery, right? All right, let's get this front end all blended up, and then we're going to actually start forming the body of the hammerhead real quick. We're going to start making the hammerhead body. All right, last little bit here. We're going to go back to the side. I'll show you exactly what it looks like before we get it going. So we got all those colors bouncing through there. It's going to be a funky looking shark, but hey, it's my shark. There's the front end of it. And here we go. Okay, so we're going to start actually forming the shark body right now. We're going to go right into it and start shaping it up. And then we will jump right into fins. This should work, actually. So this part does take a minute. We got to shape it correctly. I could actually make a stingray, too. Maybe I'll make a stingray this week. If you guys want to see a stingray made this week, let me know in chat. Just type 1 or stingray. And maybe we'll make a stingray. Maybe we'll build a little exotic fish scene. We'll do hammerhead, stingray, dolphin, pufferfish, starfish. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start shaping this guy. And here we go. Got to get it really smoothed out. Yeah, we'll do all kinds. I like making sea life. Sea life is hella fun. Sea life are awesome. Yeah, that's a lot of stingray requests. Okay, maybe we might make one tonight. Maybe we'll make a stingray tonight after this. I might have time. A stingray would be kind of freaking cool. 100%. A stingray with a hammerhead, that might be kind of a cool combo. Lizzie Mae, how you doing? We are making a hammerhead. It's hammer time. All right, so this is the hard part. We got to get the body started and get it shaped out before we can do any fins or anything with it. As much as I'm scared of sharks, I think it's pretty crappy how they farm the sharks for their fins. I get pissed off at that. I don't like them hunting sharks for just fins. That makes me mad, actually. I'm not a big fan of, like, I wouldn't want a pet shark, but pisses me off. I don't like it when they do that. That makes me mad. All right, so we got the back half we're kind of pulling here. Oh, what's up? Starry Night Glass. Hi, Steffi. All right, here we go. Stephanie's a huge shark fan. She's the brave one. She's the one that likes going into the water. She's the one that's like, yeah, I got this. I can go in the water. Okay, so we're going to take the front end of this, and we're going to start forming the front part of the shark right now. We got the back end done. We got to leave the middle a little alone. Going to bring it out here. And we're going to heat it up, and we're going to pull it down very slow. It's not a fast process. Okay, this is not a fast process right here. We've got to take our time. For those of you who don't know, Stephanie actually has a Hammerhead shark in her computer PC. In her office, we built a custom water-cooled loop for her PC, and it has all blown glass tubing in it. And she has a Hammerhead shark, an octopus, and actually 2 hammerheads. No, a hammerhead and a regular shark. Oh man, this came out perfect. All right, a little bit on the back end. We got to pull it down just a little bit more. Got to get the shape right. A little bit more. And we're pulling it down. A little bit right there. It's a little off. Okay, we're going to pull it down. Okay, let's trim it up just a tiny bit. All right, we're going to bring it over to the side view. Have I froze? Oh, there we go. I thought you said I froze. Now look at the colors of the shark in there. We got some beautiful colors transitioning through there. And there is the shark body ready to go. Okay, so I do have to make a couple quick transfers here because this rod that I'm holding in my left hand is a little too long and it won't allow me to move the angle of the shark that well. So we've got to shorten it up a little. We're going to repunty a couple times here. Because I always work back end to the front first. And this one does have uranium glass in it. Very small hint of it, but yes, it has uranium. Okay, we're going to separate it here. We need a short rod. This will be a good one. Maybe this one will even be better. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to leave it on side view for just a moment so you guys can see this action here, what happens. And then we'll come back to the front view. Okay, well that's cool, and we'll come back to the front view. There we go. Then we're going to separate this one again, and we're going to start adding the shark fins. This is Stephanie's favorite color, by the way. She loves this color. She's the one that got me to buy it. I wasn't going to buy this color. But she said, that looks really pretty. And so far, it's been like an awesome color to work with. All right, we're going to separate here. Last side view before we get right into it. Just to show you guys the color one more time. You can see all those colors kind of bouncing through there. It's a gorgeous color, all comboed up. No, glasses are old. No, glasses are the same. I just changed my camera view. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start shark fin. This part I actually do like a lot. All right, we got that all welded on. Okay, show you what we're kind of working with. A little bit of fine tuning, but I'll explain it as we go through. So now we got the shark fin on there. We're going to weld that little section right where it joins into the shark. We're going to weld that in there. Really nice and blended. Blended. Now for that, we got to bring it right in here. Okay, got that done. Let's go ahead and pull it a little bit tighter here. There's a little lumpy bumpy in it. Yep, that is a technical glassblowing term too, lumpy bumpy. And there we go. Okay, then we're going to take a tiny little nubby, give it its little nubby spot. So you have this little tiny bumpy bump here. And back up. So we got first shark fin, they got that little tiny bump right there, that little tail thingy on it. And we're going to bring it back down, and we're going to start on the second little fin here. A little bit more. It's not big enough yet. Much better. Let's blend it in and I'll show you where we're at. This is actually a good opportunity to show you this. This is for my glass blowers, and if it's not a glass blower, it's still kind of cool to see. But you can see right at the edge, right where the fins meet towards the front of the body, on the bottom one, that bottom one down, it's not fully blended. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sharp flame here. We're going to blend everything in and meld it as kind of like one piece. Do the same thing over here. And now you can see it looks a lot more fused in there. And that's what you're supposed to do. But we're getting there. All right, let's go back to the front view. So next step is we're going to reverse the whole punty section here. And then I can work the rest of the shark comfortably. Blurple. Well, blurple might work. All right, so we got to attach a little holding rod back here. It's got to be super strong because it's got to support the weight of the shark. Like that. Almost looks like a rocket ship. All right, now the next step is we're going to heat the whole thing up and get it all kind of blended. Hopefully we don't have any. Yep, that's the problem. That's what I was worried about. We got to heat the whole thing up and get it shaped in again. Got cold. It's cold out. So we're just going to mix and blend. Got to keep this sucker hot. Definitely have to pull this back section down a little bit too. And here we go. We're going to take this back section and kind of pull it down a little. Much better. That's a better shape. A little bit more here. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Might need that later. All right, let's warm this whole thing up. Pop it out for a minute just for the larger view. There we go. Okay, side view one more time. Got the beautiful colors going through. And we're going to start adding in some shirky fins. All right, let me pop this in the kiln for a second. I got to get my... I remember how to make sharks, but I always have to reference exactly where the placements are. Yep. All right, so we're going to start with the, I got to remember the reference here. Okay. Let's grab Sharky here. Okay, one right there, and then one goes right here. Blend those in. I'm going to pull it right up and out. Blend it all in. All right, we're getting there. We're looking good. So now we got the two little extra fins there. Bring it out so we're right about there. And then we got two long ones on the side. These are a little bit larger. So we use a little bit larger glass rod. We'll go to the other side and balance it out. So if you are just joining us, welcome in. We are making hammer time. We are trying to name the shark. So if you have any suggestions for the hammerhead name, feel free to type it in chat. All right, we got to blend that in. So now we got 2 more on down there. And we'll shape the whole shark after we're done. All right, now comes the most important one. We got to go to front view though. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, that rod cracked. My holding rod cracked. I thought it cracked the shark, but no, just a holding rod. Okay. Now we got the most important fin of them all. Big old dorsey fin. Yep. All right, we are looking good. Let's go back to side. Now we got the larger fin on, the sharky fin. So we're putting it together right now. We're getting the shaping all done. Okay, and a couple more fins, unfortunately. We keep doing these things. Okay, you got that one kind of blended in. We've got to blend it the rest of the way. All right, got that one on. Let's get the next one on. All right. We're getting there. So now we got fins going all over the place. Okay, now comes the hard part. This is the most difficult part. This is the head. We're going to bring it back up to front view, though. All right, here we go. So we're going to start the head of the hammerhead. One part done. All right. I don't know if this is going to be good on this side. All right, there we go. Oh, that looks much better. Much better. All right, let's blend everything in. Okay, ticky-tock. Why are you making me do that? Okay. All right, let's go to side view. We can start to see we got the hammerhead going. We got to put the little gills in it, though. It's got to have shark gills, right? Got to pop those guys in. Here we go. It's not a shark without the gills. All right, let's bring it back over side. Now we got the little shark gills going in there on the sides. We got the whole thing set. Now we're going to park this in the kiln so I can warm it back up, and then we're going to bring it out and add it into a full-blown sculpture. we go. Okay, let's get this all flamed up. And pop out. All right. It's Mountain Dew time for a second. We got to let that warm up. So what do you guys think while we're letting it warm up? What do you think in chat? Type in chat what you think the Google eyes. No, not on that one. Good idea, but not on that one. It's too, I like it. So name the shark. Put some shark names in there. Yep, Spyderco, correct. Name that shark that we just put in the kiln. Well, we take a short break here for a second. Sledge. I like it. What's up, Mike? How you doing? Do the do? Yeah. So we're going to build a little bit of a base for it, kind of like the dolphins a little bit, but I need to do that. Oh, I like Slash. That's kind of cool too. MC Hammer. There you go. Hammies. Blue Hammer. Shakria. That's kind of cool, actually. Shakria. I'll tell you what. Keep putting the names in. When I get done with this video, go ahead and comment on the video after it does its thing. And type your name in after the video's done, and I'll make a video and we'll type whatever name wins. When I create the video, the shorts video for the shark, I will name it that. So if you win that, that'll be kind of cool. Yeah, just type the shark's name that you think it should be in the video comments, but I'm kind of liking seeing all the shark names right now. They're kind of cool. All right, let me get these roses off to the side. Out of the way. Okay, so we're going to kind of keep it in the sharky theme, but we're going to change it up a little. So I'm going to build a little base for it, a little sculpture. We're going to park the shark on the like a little simulated wave, and we'll see how it goes from there. You know what? That might be kind of cool, actually. All right, got that one in, ready to go. I have one more little semi-stubby. Actually, we're going to do it. Hold on a second. We're drill mixing. Dragonfly inspired me to do this drill mix tonight. So if you've never seen glass cut, this is kind of cool. I'm going to do it on the side view so you guys get a better view. This is actually kind of a cool process. If you've never seen glass actually cut in a professional way, this is one of them. So we got the cobalt rod here. This is going to show up really well. So we're going to slice it in half. This is the tool I use, a little wired jaws with a little blade right there. We're going to come over here and we're going to cut it right about in half. Now I'm just going to score it all the way around. It's going to make that crunchy, crunchy sound. It's going to create that little line. Take and dip it in your water just a tiny bit, put a drop on it, and then, oh, hopefully, and then it snaps like that. So that is technically how you cut a rod when they're a little bit thicker. MC Hammerhead is kind of cool too. I like MC Hammerhead too. All right, we're going to bring the drill right up close so you guys can see it in action. You guys ready for some drill? Here we go. All right, we're going to do the drill mix here. So if you've never seen this happen before, it's kind of cool. It is a process of taking color and mixing it up. So right here we have this color. I'm going to show you on the side view one more time. I'm sorry. So we got all the colors from the front of the shark up there. We're going to take that and we're going to blend it all together. That's a little bit longer. So we're going to take this, we're going to use my DeWalt drill, and we're going to mix it all up. That's my baby flame. Welcome to my baby flame. What does the water do? Oh, the water kind of shocks the glass. So after you make that cut, it kind of shocks the glass, I guess. I don't know the exact question or the exact reason, but it just kind of shocks it, gives it a little bleeding edge on it, so it cuts much easier. And that's what that's for. While you dip it with water, it'll cut much easier with a little water droplet on it. All right, here we go. So we're going to take this and we're going to use the massive drill. I'm going to actually do it from the side view. I think you guys might get a little bit of a better advantage from the side. We'll try it that way too. You might get a better view at this. That's all she wrote. What'd you think? Was the side view better or the front view? What'd you guys like better? Side view? Yeah, it kind of looked better, right? All right, so here we are. We're going to form the actual base that shark is going to sit on. We're going to attach a clear rod. We're going to come through. We're going to heat it up a little. Yeah, we got this thing rocking. All right, so we're going to do the taffy pull, the taffy fold. So what that is I'm going to bring it out and we're going to fold on top of this clear. I'll do it that way. Just like that. And then we're going to pull it. Now one more fold. Let me show you what we got. There we go. So we created this like little simulated wave off of it right now. So we got a little wave action that we'll attach the shark to. Nope, that's going to be risky to use that one. So we're going to take this and we're going to attach a little punchy rod. That's where the shark is actually going to get attached to. So that punchy rod is where it gets attached. We're going to build the little base for it right now that it will be adhered to, because we're going to put this in the acrylic base so you can light it in. We definitely want to light it up. Yeah, this is a pretty blue. Wait till you see it when it cools off a little bit. Yep, this will work. All right, now we just need to trim this up a little. Then we'll attach that tube to it. So this one for the base, I'm going to use tubing. It's a lot stronger in some ways than solid rod. It allows me a little more flexibility with adhesion here. We just have to trim this up a little. Bring it down just a little bit. There we go. Now, a lot of people ask me why I use the tubing for mounting sometimes. And the tubing has a much higher tolerance accuracy than solid rods. Solid rods can vary a tiny bit, but with tubing, they never vary because they have to be super accurate for lab apparatus. Rods you usually get away with because you're adhering it and melting it and blending it. So that's why I use tubing for my process there. All right, let's bring it to the side view. Now we got some beautiful colors bouncing through there. You can see all the different colors floating through the little glass wave. All right, next step, we're going to park this in the cone. We got to bend the shark. All right, this is the scary part because it could crack. And if it does, I'll be sad. Jump the shark. Yeah, Fonzie. Okay, here we go. Should be plenty warm. We'll pull it in for you guys. There we go. So you can see we're kind of giving it a bend right now. I hate that holding rod that pops off. But it has to stay on there kind of, but I don't want it completely fusing off. Okay. I'm going to smooth that out. And I'll show you from the side view. So we just gave it a nice little bend all the way through it, so it has some action going through it. Oh, that rod is cracking. Oh, I hate that rod right now. I'm not happy with it. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Bada bing. All right, we're going to pull it off to the side view real quick. I can't leave it out too long, though. So now we got the wave popped on there with the shark. And then that'll get mounted, and it'll be kind of a cool little piece. It's definitely got some action to it. And then we park that in the kiln. I like it. 2 runner-ups. Awesome. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let me see something here. This is interesting on the statistics. Okay, there we go. MC Hammerhead's kind of cool, and Shark Ria's kind of cool. Yeah, that was kind of fun. I like it. We can do a stingray. I just don't remember how to do the stingray all the way. We'll try it. Let me look up the stingray real quick. Uh, yeah, let me look up a stingray photo. Okay, let's do it. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to try a stingray. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we do a stingray? Awesome, Gene. Let's try a stingray. I know it is. What's up, Big Earth? What's up? All right, let's go. We're going to do it out of the same color. I got a bunch of this little color scrap up here. It'll be pretty, though. Not scrap, but extra, just sitting at my bench. So we're going to push a little bit of it together. Yeah, let's try a stingray. What the hell? This color will look good for it, too. It has a... you'd have to message us, Gene. I definitely can't do anything on live stream, but just message me. It should be shipped. But just message. We'll look it up. Message me so I can look at it. Okay, so we're going to bunch this color up. We're just going to bunch it all up. Got so much of it just kind of floating around here. Little bits of it. Said it was in Memphis. Might be from storms. It's very possible you could be caught in storm system. It's good to see you, Big Earth. Happy to see you, my friend. What's been happening with you? Good night, John. You're good, my friend. John, thank you so much. Ah, thank you, bruh. Bruh makes glass. Awesome. Yeah, it's funny how you can I keep telling people how forgiving glass is. You can actually go through and repurpose glass all the time. Yeah, you could definitely repurpose this stuff. I think we're going to drill mix this color, though. I kind of want to drill mix it down a little bit. We might drill mix it with some purple. Might look kind of cool. All right, I got a little bit of this scrappy left over here. No, I don't have any scrap, actually. These are all pretty solid rods. I don't have any shorties. Okay, so we are going to probably do some purple urple. We'll use the rest of this up. We'll drill mix it down and see what the heck we get. Let me just get this all bunched up. Probably going to have a lot of extra of this color left over too if we're going to drill mix the hell out of it. Let me get the cracking of this purple off here. All right, we need to get a thicker rod for the drill mix because that ain't going to handle it. That's definitely not going to handle it. So I'll show you the color before and after we mix it up. Yeah, we're going to do it before and after. It is the Kabuki. I love the Phantom Flame, but every once in a while I need that little extra kick. So it's got the bout a little bit stronger than a Mirage. Just like in between a Mirage and a Delta when the Kabuki parts kicked in. But I love the Phantom, so that's mostly why I have it. If I had to choose one torch, I'd buy a Phantom only. I have a Phantom by itself too, but if I had to choose one torch to live with and that's it, like smaller than it, this would be the Phantom. Okay, side view. There we go. So this is the funky color before we drill mix the hell out of it. You see all those little funky swirls going. We're going to set that off to the side. We're going to change our drill bit because we had cobalt in there before. Wait a second. Are you pink or purple? Damn it, you're pink. Thought I had a small purple, but I don't. All right, we'll do it from the side view so you guys get a better view. Here we go. A little long for this, but hey. All right, a little bit more. Mixing up some glass, molten glass. All right, let's bring it back out. So we're just going to attach a little holding rod to there and pop it into a normal rod. Well, kind of normal. I'm going to pull this section into a kind of a usable rod, and we'll use a chunky section for the stingray. Here we go. All right, we'll pull this off and we'll leave the rest on here. I just wanted to see a little of this color mixed up. Let me pull out the side view so you guys can see what we got out of that. It's kind of a cool looking color, I think. Remember, I have my glasses on, so it's hard for me to see, but you can see that kind of funky, cool, it's almost like aqua. It's neat looking, actually. I make a ton of colors by hand like a fool, apparently because that... No, it's not a fool. Why would you say that, man? No, not at all. Don't do that to yourself. It's all good. You didn't know. How would you know if you didn't know, my friend? Not a fool. At least you're mixing color. There are a lot of people out there that don't do that. So don't do that to yourself, man. It's all good. Yeah, don't do that. If you're mixing color, you're doing good. All right, we're going to bunch this up. Bunch it back into kind of like a ball. You had a Dodge Neon that was aqua pearl caught. You know what? There was a Dodge color that was like that. I had a friend that had it was an older Daytona, not the old Daytona, but like a let me think here for a second, like 1993 Daytona. It wasn't like a real Daytona cool car, but it was kind of neat. But it was that same color, yeah. Yeah, it was definitely in that realm. Alex, thank you so much for the jewels, my friend. Okay, so we got a ball going here. So I got to work on the back end here. I'll show you what I mean. We're going to pop it over to side view because that seems to be the one that actually shows everything better. So we're going to bring it over, and we got that little back end there. It's not looking good. So we got to blend it together, and then we're going to start making the stingray. Okay, we're gonna nip, tuck, swirl, smash here in a minute. Let me get this back end all sealed up. It's gonna take a second. Got to use a baby flame. It's not really a baby flame, but it's not the biggest one. So we're going to pull this down a little bit. It's going to be kind of like an ice cream cone shape. Going to pull it down, ice cream cone, light bulb, whatever you want to call it. We're going to separate this rod because it's way too damn long to do this with. I will use pink, I don't care. I just need a shorter rod. All right, so here we go. We're going to pull this down one more time. Got it all blended up. It's looking good so far. There we go. Hey, thank you, bruh, for all the jewels. Alex, thank you again for the jewels. Yeah, we're making the rant array. All right, I'm going to have to wipe it off normal. Didn't want to do that, but I'm going to have to. All right. I'm going to blend that in. I'm going to show you the colors one more time before we start shaping it because it looks kind of cool right now. It would actually be a cool marble with a little accents. So we got all these really funky, cool colors bouncing through. And that's the IO Star with the lavender purple. So we got all these neat looking colors. That's from the drill mix. All right, here we go. I might have to pop the view out a little bit. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. It's going to be hard to see. Let me see if the side view does better, if you guys will be able to see. Yeah, we'll do side view. Okay. So right now we're just going to spend some time heating this up. I'm going to pop it to the side view when we start smashing, okay? Yeah, this is IO Star. Uh-oh, Chris. Don't do that. Don't do anything to hurt yourself. Littlefoot, thank you for sharing the live, by the way. What's up, Red Squeak? I don't know if I said hi. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go to the side view so you guys can get... Oh my God, thank you for the alien buddy, Scooby Q. I love that guy. All right, here we go. We're going to go to side view so you guys can see the actual smashing process here. And here we go. Normally I would have done that a little differently, but I wanted you guys to see it. So now we got semi-manta ray here, shape. We're getting there. Okay, so we should come back to normal view here. All right, here we go. So basically we didn't flatten it all the way. We flattened half and half. We didn't go full nugget all the way around. Yes, I said nugget. I have no idea why. You know what? We're going to modify it just a little bit. Need to flatten it just a little bit more. Get this side all done. All right, that's better. So one more shot for the side view, and then we're going to start pulling into shape. So here we are. So now you can see the colors kind of bouncing through. We got some really neat stuff going on with it. Red Squeak! Thank you so much for the gifts, Red. Okay, here we go. Back to the front. We're going to do a pull. I'm going to have to use this. We're going to do it one side at a time. Let's blend it all in. So I'll bring it back over so you guys can see the difference between the two. So we got one side pulled and we've got the other side that's just kind of in its raw form. So one side is pulled, the other raw. All right, let me look up my reference here. All right. Let's pop it. I forgot to show you side view. Sorry. There we go. So we got it started. We're not quite there yet, but we got the stingray started here. We got to definitely start balancing everything out of it. Thank you so much, Red Squeak. Again. Oh, really? I am going to do something here. I actually saw something I wanted to do here. I'm going to show you what I did. So before we go too far. So I wanted to add some texture on here before we go too far. So if you look in the middle, you're going to start to see some of these little dots showing up. Right there. We're going to blend them in a little more, but they're going to start appearing here. Betty, we're doing a stingray. So this particular color, when you encase it with clear, it actually adds a little character to it. All right, now we can shape it. Now I feel confident. I am going to pull the front of the stingray up a little bit. We are going to elongate it just a tiny bit. Like that. Give it a little bit of a point up here. Not all the way, but a little bit. Okay, so let's get this thing started. We're going to do the tail. Got to get it ooey gooey. Let's get it. All right, here we go. We're going to pull down. do my reference here. That's what I thought. We're going to use a little bit of this here. Oh, no. Just add a little bit of this. They have those little stingers on the back end. All right, we're going to bring it over to the side. We're not quite done yet, but we're getting close. So now I don't like them super flat like that. So we're going to give it a little bit of a bend. What's up out to the bay? How you doing, my friend? Got to give it that famous stingray curl. And I'm going to show you the difference of not doing it versus doing it. Thank you very much for the hand hearts. Red Squeak. All right, see the difference? So there's no curl. Curl. See that little, just that little bend makes a whole big difference in the entire piece. Add a little bit of a curl bend to it. It does have some beachy vibes. It's going to look even better when it cools off. Yeah, it's going to look pretty freaking awesome. L to the B, you know, still taking care of mom. She's hopefully getting out of the hospital soon, but she's doing much better. She's definitely in good shape. Just needs a few extra days of rest. I think they got her all under control. So hopefully this flame doesn't come bite me in the finger. All right, we are looking good. The only thing I got to do is put on eyeballs, and I'm kind of scared to do that over here because this is going to be too heavy. Going to have to do it the hard way. Touch it right here. But it needs eyeballs. I'm kind of worried it's just going to fall. It's not a very big attachment right there. Set that down for a second. I need black. You will work. Really small flame. That made all the difference. So there we are. So we got the little eyeballs on there. See, those little eyeballs make a huge difference, but there's the coloring. I like it. The stingray looks actually kind of cool. I do like it. Thank you for the corgis. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, everybody. All right, now it goes in the kiln. Let's see if I can make it there without dropping. Ooh, that was scary. All right, I'm going to pop over to the side view so you guys can see the hammerhead shark that we did a little bit ago. I won't be able to leave it out very long, but we can pop it out for just a short joyride. And there we go. So we got the hammerhead. There is uranium glass in that, but it'll be mounted in a base like that. So the shark is definitely going to have an upward swimming motion when it's all done. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I love those colors. Yeah, that looks good. That's a lot of color. That looks good. It's definitely bright. Yeah, that is definitely a fun color combo. And it does have uranium popping in it. Yeah, so that has uranium popping in there. It looks really good. I think it looks fantastic, actually. I'm pretty happy. Okay, it's been almost 2.5 hours. I need to take a short break for a little bit. I don't know if I'll be back. Again, I don't know if I have to call the doctor's office, not the doctor's office, but the hospital, and check on how she's doing. So, yeah, let me get that done. And if I have time, I'll pop back in. Yeah, I just need to call the hospital, make sure she's okay. So I will see you all